Men are not vulnerable, not necessarily true. They're vulnerable to their friend. You just don't know it.
A growing health, wellness, and leadership podcast designed for you to become your most empowered self.
Great day, amazing humans. Welcome to the Empowered in My Skin podcast, where our mission is to help 1 billion people in this world think in more empowering ways. Empowered humans empower humans. So you are the right spot to become a lead domino for empowerment today. So let the show begin. Yes, great day, amazing humans. Welcome to the next episode in the Men's Health series. And for YouTubers, yes, you can see that I'm with another amazing human. But for all of those listening on audio, check this. Get ready for this one. So my guest is known for his authentic style and passion as a leadership coach. Sorry, I was going to say leadership coach, but you are in Queens, New York.
No, I'm in Northern Virginia by DC. But I moved. Yeah. I'm originally from Queens, New York.
Originally from Queens, New York. Now you live in Northern. Okay, I wasn't sure. Okay, originally from Queens, New York, native to New York. I know New Yorkers like to say I'm native. He's an empowering speaker, honestly, with energy that just exudes like a passion and a love and just a level of humanity for those that he actually touches along his way. He's authored the book, Simple Intelligence, Go, so get optimistic. And what I love about it, it's all about how acronyms and affirmations, we're going to talk about that today, can truly work to your advantage. So he teaches simple intelligence strategies, which I think we need. We're actually going to dump things down in this interview, okay, so that people can walk away with some tangible tips. But these uniquely positioned leaders to become more effective and enable more earning potential through employment engagement and customer satisfaction. He's also earned, okay, you know I love an athlete, a College Football Hall of Fame award at, Cheney University?
That's correct.
Yeah. And also career as an arena football player.
That's right.
He's a two-timer, by the way, podcast guest, but I don't remember saying that last time. And then he's just an overall amazing human being. Okay. Like really, I've had the pleasure of being on a panel with him. He came with fire. When I was thinking about, intentionally, who do I need to bring into this month's Men's Health series? This next guest, who you're going to join me in a humongous podcast welcome, was obviously a no-brainer. So put it all together for the amazing Pierre
Campbell! Let's go, Ink.
I love you. And I'm so happy that, I think we said it. We haven't seen each other for 3 years. I feel like we just spoke to each other.
It's crazy. It's crazy how time flies. I'm telling you.
Isn't it? So I don't know if you're going to remember, but the first question I ask on every podcast, even though this is a series, is what has been your most empowering thought that you've had of the day so far?
Empowering thought I've had of the day. Oh, that's a good one. Let me think about this really quickly. You know what? It's the first thought that I read that I read every morning, y'all.
Oh, okay.
It's away already. All is well. Everything is working out for my highest good. Out of this situation, only good will come.
Yes!
Come on, baby. I swear, that must be the most empowering thing.
Yes, that is. I know that one. I used to say that every day. I think it's Joyce Meyer.
Baby. He said it. All is well. Everything is working
out for my highest
good.
And out of this
situation,
only good will come.
Yeah. I've been through some stuff. Okay. So anything else come, it's like, all right, whatever.
And here's the thing, because I think you and I really recognize the value of positive thinking, language, right? Like speak it, see it, because there's negative thoughts. We might have to talk about that through this as we talk about stress and stuff like that. But like having those affirmations or those statements just on hand, ready? They fire you up.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
When did you identify that?
I believe it happened because of my mom.
Okay.
Mom would always speak speak. She always speaks into my. Until this day, she still speaks. Oh, you're greatest, or you know what I mean.
Okay, she speaks into you, like
she speaks
okay,
into.
Okay.
So it's always been a part of who I am.
Yeah.
And so I've always had that natural ability to speak about myself positively and love myself, and then love on others and freely pour into others. That's just the natural makeup of who I am. So then it moves on to my uncle giving me the whole saying, to be the best, you got to beat the best, and it don't get no better. And he would pat his chest like this, Uncle Desmond. He patted, says, no better than this right here. And what that meant was, at the time, I didn't know when I was in high school, but then when I went to college, I was like looking in the mirror, saying this stuff over and over. And I was like, oh my God, light bulb. It meant you compete against yourself every day.
Yeah.
You're better every day when you compete against yourself. Don't look at your opponent. Don't look at somebody else, because you don't know what they're going through.
Yeah.
You don't know how they got what they got. So yeah, that's where that came from.
I love it. And since you're on it, how would you, I kind of read that bio, but I'm actually, this just came to me because you speak. I love to hear how you introduce yourself. Like, how do you describe who you are?
Well, I describe myself from the value that I bring.
Okay.
So I always help tell people that I help people to articulate their values so that they can have higher earning potential.
Oh, nice.
So that anyone that hears that, if you're on the receiving end of hearing that message, you know that I can help you.
Yes. Yeah. I like that.
Anything else you can kind of pick up. Anything you can pick up on what you perceive from me. But from that perspective, I'm speaking from a leadership service perspective.
Yeah.
So I'm literally telling everybody that when I'm introducing myself, hey, look, this is what I do. I help people to articulate their values so they can have higher earning potential. And then essentially everybody wants that, right?
Yes.
But those who really want it, they get attracted to it. So I have this idea called the leadership magnet, and that's what draws people. And all all the executives that I coach, they are leadership magnets.
Yes. I love that.
They get drawn into that.
And for the listeners, I want to actually, my next question to you, and then I'm going to actually go to the actual questions I curated for this episode, is, so first of all, how many times a week would you say that to somebody on average?
How many times? Probably, I say it all the time. Just what it's a part.
Right. So the point I'm trying to make is there was a day when you started to say it.
Yeah.
Then there was a day when you started to say it. And then there was a day when what you were saying was manifesting in.
You know what's funny? You know what? I'm glad you said that, because it's true. There's a day when I started to say it and I wrote it out exactly like that. And then all of a sudden, I didn't say it anymore. It was just naturally who I am. And so people automatically know. I always tell people, what do people call you for? That's what people call me for.
Yes.
That's what you call me for.
Yes.
And you want a coach, a leadership guy, someone who knows, understands leadership. I don't do all the other stuff. I do leadership, management. That's me. Okay. And I love it, man. And this is the closest thing to football that I could ever come to. And I thank God that he showed me this. And he showed me through football about leadership. He showed me. And so I appreciate that. That's a great question.
I love that. Okay. So this month is, it's because it's international. I know you're in the US now. But it's Movember. And so on the Empowered in My Skin podcast, we decided to start to really give this month some voice and give airtime to the platform to talk about men's health.
Yes.
And so just to get you, maybe just opening up and sharing, how do you take care? How does Pierre take care of Pierre, and how does you ensure that you are good for everyone else?
Yeah. So number one, Pierre comes first. And I'm not afraid to say that.
And how long have you, has that always been a thing, or do you came into that later on in life, or?
me and time, I've been this way for so long. I don't know. It's just naturally who I've always been. And then sometimes I dismiss what I don't want to remember. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's been there for a long time where I come first. And the reason why I say I come first is because I know the nature of who I am.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I've always been the person that I have a tattoo on my arm, everybody. Mm-hmm. Two people, you can see the guns. All right. So look, so this tattoo, it's an Asian tattoo, but the symbol is it looks like I saw the image first and then I got the tattoo. Mm-hmm. Thank God it was something positive.
Yeah.
Okay? What it looked like to me, and I was like, okay, great, I'm going to get this tattoo. What it looked like to me is one person standing on another person's shoulder.
I can see that. Yeah,
that's you, Ink, stand on my shoulders.
Yeah.
I got that. Mm-hmm. Come to find out, beautiful thing is, I work with a lot of diverse people, and I saw someone that was Japanese, and they told me, hey, I said, I got this tattoo. Please interpret it. Oh, it means king, emperor standing over the city.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. So you got it good.
Worked out. And why do I say all of that? I say all of that because at the end of the day, the nature of who I am is always in service. So I need to put my mask on first. Mm-hmm. And I know that I'm going to take care of you. If you want to be on a winning team, you want me on your team.
Yeah.
If you rally and it's a fight, trust me, you want me. Right. I'm the guy that you want. I'm just that guy. So when you talk about that question, you ask the question, how do I take care of myself first? I love me. Mm-hmm. I train every morning.
Okay. Do you get up consistently at the same time? Like I'm trying to. Yeah. Okay.
I don't use the alarm. I don't.
Okay. So you're one of those. Okay.
Get up consistently every morning. Take my son. If I had to take him to school, I take him to school. If it's not, straight to the gym. Mm-hmm. Okay. And I work out. And when I work out, I train. I don't just go in there and work out. I train like I still play football right now.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I take care of myself. I have a membership there at the gym, which has a sauna. I do the sauna 5 days a week. Mm. I have a membership at a place called Restore Hyper Wellness. Okay. I just posted on LinkedIn. There was a picture of me in a compression boots and with arms. Okay. I don't play. I take care of my body. Okay. I go in the ice chamber. It's called a cryo chamber. 3 minutes. They ask me how many fans you want. I want a max. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it all out. Okay. So that's how I take care of me. I do a lot of self-care. I do a lot of self-care training as well. Mm-hmm. And it's important because if you're going to train people on it, you need to look like it.
Yes, I agree.
Like
yes.
You need to be that person that you're actually telling everybody to be. Mm-hmm. So self-care and
just don't look. My trainer says, just don't look fit, be fit.
Be fit.
Yeah.
Be fit.
Yeah.
So I come first. So the short answer is I come first. Everything else, I kind of explain what I do.
Yeah, no, I love that. So as we think about now, and I don't know where you might be it doesn't matter. It's not a big, I saw some gray there and.
Oh yeah. I'm 48.
Okay.
Listen, when people see me, they think I'm younger than I am, and I'm like, okay, well, hey, cool. But I'm happy about my age. I'm 48. I'm good.
So based on what you're talking about, I love that. This might be a redundant question, but how have you even observed it with your other male counterparts, like just from younger days to now, or have you seen the evolution of men's health? Is it declining, rising, like just from your perspective?
Okay. It's a hard question because it's a general question. Mm-hmm. The people that I am
answer it the way you want to answer it. Then you get.
So I'm going to answer the way I want, but I want to kind of explain. Like the people that I'm with, my friends, my network, they are about what I'm about.
Okay.
So they all look good, and they all
okay. Yeah, hang out with.
This is birds of a feather flock together.
Birds of a feather flock together. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But now, but if you look generally outside, I think the challenge that we have is when we get outside. I'm going to speak from a former football player. When we get outside of being an athlete and we step out of that, and we're no longer an athlete, we still eat the same way, do all these things, and we don't train the same way, we start to get sick and get diseases and get overweight and all these things. It even happened to me where I'll be training like a maniac, and then I found myself, I was 264 pounds. Nobody knew. because I carry my weight a certain way. I stepped on the scale and I bought this Renfro scale and it told me the visceral fat. And I was like, what is this? And I looked up visceral fat and I was like, the fat around my organ. I was like, oh, Pep is not going out like that. No, sir. No, sir. Pep don't. So my nickname is Pep. So I talk to myself. My self-talk, whenever I'm motivating myself, I say Pep.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Pep is not going out like that. You know?
Okay. Oh, you have that alter ego?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Well, I don't call it alter ego, but Pep is, that's the guy that would hit people on a daily basis.
Yeah, that's the case. That's the guy. Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, he's not going out like that. So I realized I needed to train and I need to change my eating. I train, but I changed my eating. Mm-hmm. So that helped a lot. So I stay away from a lot of different foods and I eat more of natural foods.
Yes. Yeah. So this is great. So even the way you're talking right now takes me into the next question when we start to talk about masculinity and the mask of masculinity and societal and the sort of societal concepts around that.
Right.
The way you're talking is not kind of how my dad would have spoken, and he's born in 1938, just it's a different type of. So what's your view on, how masculinity is being redefined and yeah, are men embracing it more? And maybe talk a little bit about you and your what you call your five tight, right? Do you guys get vulnerable with each other, and what might that look like?
100%. I mean, if you talk about men in general, we need to. We're opposite from women. I always tell people it's opposite. There's no better, but there's a need for male and female energy. Okay, you need both. Okay, and so when you talk about the question of being vulnerable, yes, you have to be vulnerable with somebody and somebody that cares, and someone that's vulnerable with you, and it's not gonna take.
Oh, hold on. Time out. Because you are a public speaker.
Yes.
And you don't know your crowds.
Yes.
I know you get vulnerable.
Yes, I do. I get vulnerable, but I'm not worried about the things that I say to my crowds.
Okay.
We're talking about vulnerable on things that are personal.
Yes, you're right. Okay. That's fair.
Right. So if you're talking about something that's personal, I'm talking with my friends.
Okay. That's
my friends. So my friends, just like everybody else that's in the crowd as an audience, they're not going to tell me that person. I have no expectations.
Yes. Yeah.
I share what I want to share. And I'm okay with sharing what I want to share publicly, and I don't have a problem with that, right? But with the friends, to go back to your question, with the friends, I am vulnerable, but it's just those friends. I don't go outside of my friends. Okay. And if y'all hear the look of Jamaican accent, it's because I'm from Jamaica too. I'm of Jamaican descent. So I don't go outside of this friends, because when you go outside of this friends now, as a man, it feels like it almost feels like you lose the trust. But you stick with your friends.
So why is there seems to be such a, like, men don't get vulnerable with each other? Like, there's still a little bit of that. Like, you obviously see a lot of men on Instagram and all this that are now trying to get men to share their feelings and all this and the other, but there is still,
I think men and women are different. You can go into a restroom, go anywhere, and you can make friends with another female.
Yeah.
And we don't do that. Okay. We get vulnerable. So this is a good thing to share with you and the audience. We get vulnerable, but we get vulnerable with our friends. Your friend. If it's your friend, my aunt, she passed away, Auntie Promise. She said, something, it was a Jamaican saying, something about if you have friends, some are gold, some are silver, some are bronze, or something like that. And she said to me one time, she said, if you have five friends, you're good, because that's a lot. And when we say friends, we're not talking about this friend stuff like on reality TV and all that kind of stuff. No, friends, people that you consider family. You were born into a family, but you get to pick your friends.
Yes, that is true. This is true.
And so I pick my friends. I have the right to do that, and they pick me. And so when you understand that, you understand why society will look and say men are not vulnerable. Not necessarily true. They're vulnerable to their friend. You just don't know it.
Yeah. Okay.
because men, you want to talk about masculinity, men don't need to talk to the public about their personal problems. But they need to talk to their friend.
Yeah, about it.
Because their friend is now going to empower them. It's going to listen to them without judgment. It's going to say to them, you know what? Maybe you should take this angle. Maybe you should take this approach. You know, the Bible says something about, seek wise counsel.
Yes.
That's a part of the process of manhood, and men actually saying, okay, I'm going to be vulnerable with only these two people. Or women can be vulnerable. Man, y'all, man, I had such and such go on and such, and it'd be on stage, and I'd be like, oh man, I can't believe she just said that. But it's possible, right?
Right.
Because of the way you are made up.
Yeah.
They say, here's a perfect example. For a man, I heard this, I don't know who the author is that made up this term, but I'm just going to share with you. They say females think like spaghetti, right? And men think like waffles. We compartmentalize. We put things in boxes. When we're at work, we work. Females at work, they working, but they also thinking about the things. Got to do the laundry, got to get the kids, got to do this, got to cook, we don't have time for that because the way we're wired. So when you understand that as a human being, which is male, female, you understand how to communicate effectively with the male and female partner. And then you also have an ability to say, okay, well, let me listen more, become a better listener, an active listener. And guess what? Then you have true communication. Yeah.
Hey. So, by the way, I can't even believe, I don't know, maybe because I got you right at the beginning, I was like talking, but I was like, I only have like I have 6 minutes left with you. My gosh. Okay. So you have a son. He's turning 12.
Yes.
I want to know how we haven't really tackled father-son relationships, and, how are you preparing him for manhood and being a well leader, yeah.
Thank you first of all, thank you for asking that question. My son, I love my son.
Yeah, I know. I hope so.
Okay. Let me tell you something. This little guy right here, I have been blessed. My wife and I have been blessed, but me specifically as a man, I've been blessed to have this young boy to now train him up to be a man. So in Simple Intelligence, I wrote that book. The whole idea of Simple Intelligence is because, Daniel Goleman brought out emotional intelligence in the world. My thought was, okay, we need a little something else. Okay. And that something else is common sense. And so essentially that's what Simple Intelligence is. And so all of the things that I teach out there to the world, this little boy, he gets it on an everyday basis. My response is my responsibility is the first principle of Simple Intelligence. Just think about it. My daughter's getting it too, but think about that. So he takes the trash out. He took out the trash just today, right before, as soon as we got in, he took out the trash. He got chores to do. He makes his bed every day. We don't miss. We don't miss. Miss for what? You don't have to do anything but take care of your business. That's your business. That's not my business. Okay. I train him and I let him see, and I say, walk like that. I say, you don't have to look at anybody else but me. The hero is right in front of you. You don't have to look at anybody else but me. So I said, walk like that, talk like that, act like that. So what does that do? It puts me on the spot to be and also be vulnerable. Exactly. And be vulnerable and show him that I make mistakes. And when because that's what manhood is about. We're going to make mistakes, and then tell him I apologize because I made that mistake, or I did this wrong, or whatever the case is. So that's how I train him on an everyday basis, because he's going through things. And I just thank God. He just told me in the car just a minute ago. That's why I said thank you. He literally said, thanks for being the dad that you are, Dad.
Aww.
He said, I thank God for you.
Aww.
Yes, man.
Aww.
You can't beat that.
No.
That
warmed my heart, man.
Listen, And every man that has an opportunity, regardless if you're with your spouse or not, or with your partner or not, whatever, if you have an opportunity to be a dad or to be a mentor to a young man, hey, that's the blessing that we can have because they're coming up behind us to be men.
Yeah.
So that is a great question. I'm so glad you asked that question because it literally just happened.
Well, so just as a parting question, men have typically, I mean, still, I think, have the weight a lot of times, especially family men, of the weight on their shoulders, right? And so it's, just this thing that we call about balancing life. I'm going to call it harmonizing life and stress. And so how best should men really find that balance or to be able to manage stress and still be able to perform as a leader in their life?
Great question. First thing, the Bible said, know thyself. You should first be focused on God, your higher power, whoever your higher power is.
So something higher than yourself.
Yeah, higher than yourself. Because at the end of the day, who am I to say that what religion is the wrong religion or the right religion? Man, please. Because when you're gone, nobody ever come back and say, oh, guess what? You were wrong. Like, no, it don't work like that. Okay. So first, know yourself. Focus on God. Know yourself. Okay, that's number 2. Know yourself. Study yourself. Love yourself. Don't compare yourself to somebody else. Empower yourself.
Is that 4 now?
Huh?
Are we on 4?
We're on like 4 or 5.
Okay. I count 4. I
got so many of them.
Know, study, love, empower.
Yes. Yeah. So essentially, at the end of the day, you got to do all these different things.
Yeah.
Put yourself first, and then follow your purpose and your goals. Follow your purpose. Everybody has a purpose, no matter who they are.
Yeah. Man, I love you.
I love you too. Come on, Ink, let's go.
Have to bring that US vibe over here to Canada, so gotta figure that out. Well, if there was, like I said, very intentional, I knew that you were connected to yourself in a really, and I'm going to say spiritual, like godly way. And I think you know thyself. And that's the one thing I knew about you way back when I first met you. I got that in an instant and I continue to watch you shine. And yeah, man, you just, like I said, it's like you have the spirit that just makes everything better simply because you're in it. So thank you so much for sharing your love like that with the world.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Keep leading those people. Keep leading those people with those simple strategies, man.
That's it. Hey, can I just say this one last thing before you close it out? Is that everybody, I want y'all to really understand this, that everybody is going through something. Every single one of you that are listening right now on the podcast or watching us via YouTube or whatever way you're watching us, everybody's going through something. So just have a little grace. Have a little grace for that you live with. Have a little grace for the people that you're bringing up. Have a little grace
for days.
Grace is the key, and gratitude is the seed for more.
Wait.
Love you all. God bless you. Let's go.
God bless you. Thank you, my friend. Love ya.
All right. Okay. Let's go.
Okay. Take care. Bye, my friend.
Bye.
There you have it. I trust that you're feeling more empowered in your skin. And as the late Dr. Maya Angelou says, when you get, you give, when you learn, you teach. So it would mean so much for us at EIMS if you share this episode and tag us or teach an insight that you learned from today's episode on your socials and tag us. And remember to go over onto iTunes and leave us a review or follow us on socials at Empowered in My Skin. But most importantly, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode.